Hello and welcome to today's video. If you are new here, please subscribe if you enjoy this video. Our videos are not a diagnosis. We are simply speaking our opinions, not facts. Today we are going to take a look at Amberlynn Reid's dating history during her time on YouTube. We are going to focus on one of the traits that often occurs in narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, or abbreviated here sometimes as a narc. The trait that we are going to be focusing on is how fast they can move in a relationship. This doesn't go for all narcissists in all relationships, but it is a common occurrence. Amber likes to move in with her new partner at lightning speed. So why do narcissists move so fast in a relationship? It stems from their need to control and manipulate the situation. They need a constant heavy dose of narcissistic supply. If a narcissist says "I love you" too soon, or wants to move in together, this is at a stage when they are love bombing you. The victim may feel that they have found someone who is amazing, and that they have hit the jackpot, and that is because the narcissist is heavily masked. They are at that stage where they are faking how great they are. They are wanting to creep into your life while your guard is lowering. Narcissists lack responsibility, so when they move in with their partner, they will use this to their benefit, as you may find that you become their caregiver, their runner, or their live-in maid. Tasks are rarely equally shared with an overt narcissist, and a healthy balance soon disappears from sight. If you live with a narcissist, or spend all of your free time with them, then it makes you an easier target to control. If you balance your time with family, friends, and your partner, then your mind will have more clarity, and red flags will be easier to see. The connection between the two of you will be easier to see for its true colors, as you will have other special people in your life that are there for you, and your whole world will not revolve around the narc. Isolation is a common tactic that narcissists use against their victims. You may find that you have less friends, or when you make plans to see friends, the narcissist may start a fight, pretend to be ill, fake an injury, or even intentionally injure themselves, or they may blackmail your emotions by saying that you do not care about them, and you are abandoning them. The narcissist may say that your family are bad influences, or use you, and are bad for you. Soon you may find that you are not as close to your family as you once were, or perhaps the relationships have completely dissolved. A victim that has little to no friends or family makes for an easier target for the narcissist. Narcissists tend to want you to move in together during the early stages of a relationship. Not all relationships that move in together at a fast pace are toxic, but it is a sign to look out for when dealing with a possible narcissist. So how does Amber fit into this topic? When Amber's channel began, we were in the Crystal era. But before that, Amber was living with Casey, a former partner. Amber had moved in with Casey after Amber's grandmother had said that she could no longer stay with her. After Casey and Amber ended their relationship, Amber got a new girlfriend by the name of Crystal, and then began her YouTube channel. Amber was living in Crystal's family home, with Crystal's family. She was receiving an allowance from Crystal's family and was completely dependent on them. It is important to note that Amber was around 21 years old when she began dating Crystal. She was now a grown adult. It may be easier to dismiss why Amber moved in with Casey at a fast pace, because Amber entered the relationship when she was a teenager and had a very unstable childhood. Yet once Amber had started a relationship with Crystal, she had not yet found a way or means to care for herself and have her own home. So she became Crystal's responsibility. Amber spent all of her time with Crystal and her family, and seemed to have none or very little of her own life. When Crystal ended the relationship, while Amber was still living with Crystal and her family, Amber met Destiny on a dating app. Amber then moved in with Destiny on the first day that they met.
Can you guys guess what today is? I meet Destiny today for the very first time. It's gonna take her 8 hours to get here. I'm so grateful for her willing to come get me. We're going to Kentucky where there's really bad service. I'm gonna be busy, obviously. Here is all my stuff ready to go.
This is terribly alarming. Either party could have been any kind of person, even a physical danger. They may not have been compatible. They may have liked each other through the phone, but found that they had no chemistry in real life. To move in with someone on the first day that you meet is just mind-blowing. Narcissists are known to be impulsive, but this takes it to a whole new level. Luckily for Amber, moving in with Destiny worked in her favor, but only for a brief moment in time. Their relationship ended after only 2 years together, as Destiny had found another woman that she liked better, and left Amber for her. Amber seemed to take several years to get over Destiny. Destiny seemed to be the love of her life, the one that got away, and together they seemed to have the best chemistry. Amber continued living with Destiny after they had broke up, and even chose to continue to sleep in the same bed with Destiny, a pattern that repeats with Amber. Once Amber had moved out and got a place of her own, she began dating Becky, and moved in with Becky after only a brief period. Becky soon became Amber's live-in maid, caregiver, food runner, dog walker, and chauffeur. Becky would do all that she could for Amber, even including Wipegate.
Yeah,
Such a fucking lie. Oh my god.
That is not.
And Becky seemed to receive very little in return. Amber provided financial support to Becky, but the giving seemed to end there, and it was Becky who gave everything else. Considering Becky appeared on Amber's channel almost as much as Amber did, then it is only fair that some of that money went to Becky's pocket. Once Becky ended the relationship with Amber, Amber insisted that Becky continue sharing a bed with her, even though they had a spare bedroom with another bed, a request that Amber had repeated in past breakups. This didn't last too long, as Amber moved on at lightning speed. Becky and Amber were engaged to be married, lived together, and had shared a fairly long relationship in regards to Amber's history, dating from 2017 to 2021. Yet Becky had not even moved out before Amber had moved in her new girlfriend, after only a matter of a few weeks.
Where wifey at? Next to me.
And then began the wifey era. The first time wifey came to visit Amber became the day she moved in. Another relationship that started on the base of moving in together on day one. It's possible to meet someone and feel like you've known them your whole life. Often, this just means you're comfortable in each other's company. Sometimes, though, it can be a sign of something more sinister, particularly if someone you're dating is professing their undying love for you when you've only known them for 5 minutes. Narcissists sometimes engage in love bombing, where they pretend to be everything you ever wanted, only to turn it back on you further down the line. It's a manipulative tactic to reel in their targets, showering them with affection and gifts. Then, they start gaslighting and abusing their victim, causing them to wonder what's real. It's all part of the plan to gain total control. Narcissism tends to emerge as a psychological defense in response to excessive levels of parental criticism, abuse, or neglect in early life. Narcissistic personalities tend to be formed by emotional injury as a result of overwhelming shame, loss, or deprivation during childhood. It is known that Amber had a hard childhood and suffered a lot of hard emotions in unstable conditions. This is what I believe to be the reason as to why she wants to move in with a partner at an unhealthy pace. On one hand, it is a common occurrence for a narcissist to move in together much too quickly, which is caused by trauma from their childhood. And on the other hand, it is because Amber feels that she will have a better and stronger hold on a partner if she lives with them, and is then also able to garner more control over them, which is a common tactic with a narcissist, also a response to her childhood. I do believe that if wifey and Amber were to break up, then Amber would again repeat the same patterns of moving on too fast, living with them too fast, and may even repeat the same kind of abuse she hurled at Becky after their breakup. It is known that if a toxic person can no longer control you, then they will try to control how others see you, which is why a narcissist will often blame their ex for everything and anything. Much like when Amber tried to shift the blame onto Becky as to why she did not receive medical help for the cancer signs her body was showing, until much later on. Which is, in my opinion, one of the lowest things Amberlynn Reid has ever done. If you have a narcissist in your life, then please reach out for help with the correct sources. Talk to trusted friends and family, and do your best to recognize red flags. One of the things that makes narcissists so hard to escape from is because their masking skills are so powerful that you don't know until it is much too late. That's why it is so important to hold on tightly to your circle of trusted people when entering a relationship. Do all that you can to keep your physical and mental health intact. If you find that you no longer have friends or family in your life, then reach back out. If this is not possible, then seek help with organizations in your area that will offer you advice and help. Thanks for watching our channel. Please hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see more. Until next time, stay safe.